Music! Alright. So, Big Rock Traditional Ale, Calgary, Alberta, 5%. Twist off. North American beer. Just gonna do a little review here. Alright. Yeah, it smells pretty good. Better cut the static. Okay. Yeah, it's got a good ale aroma. Nice brown ale. Kind of transparent. A nice kind of nutty, molassesy kind of aroma. Damn. Yeah, it's nutty and man. Maybe it's a little lighter maybe than some, a little more drinkable than some brown ales. It's heavy. There's lots of freaking flavor though. It's not that bad. It's very refreshing for a brown ale. Yeah. And this is the company that it's kind of a prolific microbrewery up here in Canada. Because I wasn't real into the party beer, so I used to drink whiskey or whatever. And eventually got into wine and stuff because I didn't like the cheap, shitty lagers everyone was drinking. But so I just thought all beer was shitty kind of thing. And so I saw that these guys had ale, and I thought, well, what the hell? I'll try it, and then I really liked it. So I got to send out props for them for having some ale around back when no one else had ale hardly. It's not it's a little bit watery, but there's a lot of maltiness to it, like a lot of nutty maltiness, like not real nutty, but it kind of, and yeah, it's got a nice malty bitter aftertaste and stuff. There's lots of good flavor there, but it is a little like lighter bodied and a little less complex than, let's say, Newcastle or something a little more, a little thicker, a little richer, yet a little more complex. A great introductory brown ale. Yeah, it's nice and crisp for an ale. The foam's kind of nice and malty too. Lacing a little bit. Low carb. Really ends malty. Starts a little malty and ends maltier. Getting the carbonation off the front. The foam's nice, like it tastes good. As for the hops, see those hops in there. It's a brown ale. They're kind of concealed underneath everything, so I'm trying to get better at picking out the hops, and I think I'm doing a little bit. It's that sharp bitter you're getting. That's what my theory. Could be wrong. Alcohol. You pick up a little bit of alcohol, hey, like, but it's not causing you to drink it slower. That's just because it's a brown ale. It's a pretty heavy beer, but this is one you're going to be able to drink a lot faster. More of a fall time, springtime beer. Winter time. If you're in the summer in the evening, like at night, it would be good. After you did a bonfire, kind of getting chilly. I want to pop out the traditional ale. It was an okay price. Gotta represent local and all that, so not it's not bad in real anyway. It's just not the most fabulous microbrew stuff I've ever had. I do like the carbonation, like the bubbles are real fine and creamy. It's real good. It's not it is what it is. It's just a brown ale that's not as complex, a little lighter bodied. It's actually really enjoyable. This is probably my favorite beer from Big Rock. Is their traditional ale. By far. I've tried their other beers, a lot of them, and they're okay too. But this is the one I really like from them. Sometimes you don't want a real heavy, complex beer, but you still kind of want a brown ale or something like that, or a dark lager or something. You want something. You want something browned out, but you don't want something that's gonna fill you right up. And this kind of beer you could have. If you're around a campfire, you could have several of these, and some other brown ales. You might not be able to because they're so heavy. I've had a lot of people tell me that I can drink a few of these, but I generally don't drink a whole shitload of beer, so it's expensive. See, hangover. You heard it from Berserker. Don't overdo it. You become piss tank Zerker. Damn. A little soapy. Foam just a little bit, but the foam on here is real nice, and I'm not gonna give it an incredibly high review because it's a simpler beer. So I'm not going to give it too low because it's simple either. So I'm going to see here and see if I can pick this fucker apart and see what they've screwed up. A little viscous, not the most viscous. A little thinner. But it's nice that way. It's not unique. The aftertaste is good, just tastes like the brown dog grains. A little bit of the bitterness just keeps just like the beer. Not bad at all. It's dry. And I compare, there's lots of good brown ales out there. If you're from Alberta or Western Canada and you can find it, pick this up against your Wild Rose. They're both from Calgary. They both make really good products. There's so many brown ales out there. Every microbrewery's got to make a brown ale, don't they? Check it out. I just don't recommend anything from Fernie. They just squeeze out some cow shit and put it in a can. That's not worth drinking. Man, mouth feels a little bit tingly from the foam, a little bit in the back. Tastes a little like almost a little burnt, eh? You're getting a little bit of a. It's brown, but it almost tastes like some of the shit was a little bit burned, like a little like really extra caramelized, like caramelized, scorched almost, like those brown grains. It's like they used less brown grains, but the brown grains they used were like extra brown or something. This is my theory. That's a nice bitterness in the back. It's pretty smooth for a light beer. I kind of dig it. I kind of enjoy this beer, so I buy it here and there, and I think it's worth an 8 out of 11, at least. It just depends on how you feel, like what you like out of a beer. It's not the most fabulous, complex, heavy-duty, fucking hop to the tits beer or anything, but it's a pretty decent recipe. It's pretty solid. 8 might almost be a little low, but I don't know. If I enjoy beer, I give it a high rate. Like, it wasn't disgusting or anything, so 8 out of 11, and maybe it's a 9 for you. Worth picking up, but yep.